Tatiana.
Hey.
So what brings you in today?
Oh man, I have such a so anyway, I got divorced like a year ago.
Okay.
And I mean, it's like I'm still hooked into my wife, and like I don't feel totally free yet. Like I feel like, I don't know, I guess I was with her for 8 years, and so my pattern got kind of bad. Like maybe I got kind of codependent or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you still talk to her?
Yeah, that's the thing, because, I mean, it was like, I guess our marriage was like a way, like, I kind of felt like she was my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, I guess, but she left me for another dude, so that's kind of hard. I mean, like, yeah, she wants to keep that base of friendship and check how I'm doing and cares about me, but, like, I think she's living with him. So I guess I could just kind of feel like, I guess I kind of feel rejected, honestly. And maybe that's what I'm holding on to. I don't know. But I just been depressed. I'm not sleeping. I'm not eating. I mean, I'm just shot. Like, I can't function, basically.
Okay. Can I ask you what you're wanting from this session?
I mean, I guess just, I don't know. I feel like I need help, like, letting her go, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why do you think you're still holding on? Because you said that you guys divorced a year ago, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. It just feels like it's emotional. Like, there's something about me that just can't emotionally let go, and it's like deeply driven, like all the way to like 13 or 14, like beginning of puberty, when it's just like those romantic feelings first start. Like, she hits me all the way there, and I can't move on. I'm trying to I guess I'm trying to fill the space and see if I can move. Like for first 6 months, I didn't really date much,
Mm-hmm.
but like. Now it's like I felt like I needed a confidence surge or something, like to kind of like feel okay about myself. So I just started and then I think it was crazy. I mean, this is good news. Like right at the time I started feeling that, like I was starting to get all this attention from girls. And so like, I mean, I'd have like girls right and left, and like, it felt really flattering, but like emotionally, like I couldn't quite be present with them. It was like, okay, cool, I'm reliving like some high school fantasy here, but like at the same time, I can't really be like in it.
Connected.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that you have no like lack of availability to you? Like
right.
The women are there, but the
right.
emotional connection that you're trying to make with these women is not.
Right, and I think it's me, it's not them.
Okay.
Like I'm just not quite there. You know, like I think I don't trust them because my wife left me for another guy. It's like, and I think that's why I like keep a lot at the same time. So it's like I don't feel like I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, because I did that with my wife and she left.
So do you think that doing that is going to make you less likely to form an emotional connection because you're not spending quality time with just one person?
Oh, wow.
So like self-sabotage situation?
Yeah, that's kind of a good point. Yeah, I guess so, kind of, like rather than going deeper on
and investing the time.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I feel like the pattern with my wife is just going to play out with the one I go deeper with. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to get back in the old pattern.
I see what you're saying, but you won't find out until you give someone that chance.
Yeah, you're right.
You have to relinquish that power.
Yeah, it's weird because I keep it, like my wife was from Brazil, and like she was just real snappy all the time. So she was always just like snapping at me, like, you know, bebe que ridicule, you know, like all the time. And at first it was like endearing, but then it just wore me down, you know, like, and I started like being more avoidant of her. I started like, you know, just doing my own thing more. And, you know, like, so when I see girls here, it's like, sometimes, I'll sometimes end up like apologizing for stuff that I don't need to apologize for. And what's interesting about that is some of them are like, will call me out on it. They'll be like, you don't need to apologize. Yeah. And that's really good feedback when I get that. And that helps a little, you know.
To break the old habits.
Right, right. Because it was like I turned into like, it was like my ex-wife was always saying like, it was like she was always accusing me of not caring enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I was always trying, you know, and then she fucking leaves for another dude, you know, because I guess she, you know, our romantic phase had worn off and he feels like he cares. But like, so I was always trying to convince her that I cared, you know, almost as if like she was oversensitive and I was like kind of walking on eggshells a bit. And like, I will say that, like, being around a lot of different women now makes me feel better because I realize I don't have to walk on eggshells. Like, maybe my ex was a little insecure, kind of.
So it sounds like your experience is getting you to break those habits that you formed in your marriage, like being overly cautious and apologetic when not needed, and then that codependent situation. I think that's why you're trying to see multiple women and get to know how different women are.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the fun of it. It's
I think
like
you're learning.
Rediscovering, like relearning all of a sudden. Yeah, it's that has been fun of it, but it's just kind of like there's, I don't know, like it's almost more like, it's like, I mean, I know it takes time to get over someone, but I feel like it's just taking too long. You know, it's just like, I mean, maybe in 2 more years I'll be fully out of it, but like, shit, does it have to take that long, 3 years to get over a marriage?
I don't think you can put a timeline on the recovery period of a breakup. In this case, a divorce, that's something serious. Some people can get over it quickly. Some people take much longer. I think trying to put yourself on a timeline is going to be very hurtful to your progress.
Really?
So I think if you're just going with the flow, I mean, you're already dating. That's a huge step.
Right.
You got yourself here. That's a huge step. I think you need to be easier on yourself. Cut yourself some slack.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I do. You're right. Yeah. I'm bad at that.
You're doing great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So being here is going to be the biggest thing for you, to just talk these things out.
Yeah, that'll help, actually. Just, like, expose them, like, because it's like there's no stakes, you know? It's like I can kind of open up to the girls I'm seeing, but it's like because they're involved with me, it's like I'm a little bit like I'll edit myself to sound a certain way kind of shit. And I want a place where I don't have to do that.
We just talk things through here.
Yeah, exactly. Where I can go ahead and like even share like shameful, embarrassing things and stuff.
No shame, no embarrassment.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you, thank you. You know, that's gonna help. Yeah. Is
there anything else?
I mean, I guess like, I don't know. I mean, it's just like I feel in a sense that part of this is almost, you know, it's almost like I reattach to my wife, see, I'm still not over. I'm calling her my wife. It's like with my ex-wife, it's like I reattach something from like childhood. Like it's like there was a childhood attachment to my parents, and then it's like I just moved it to my wife a little bit, and it's like.
And now you're like, where do I put that?
Right, exactly. And I don't want to reattach to my parents either, you know, like I don't want to stay attached to my wife. I want to like attach to myself or like attach to God, but I don't want to attach to other people, you know. I'm fucking 38 years old.
I think it's going to just take time. Like you said, you're relearning, rediscovering. This is going to be an entirely different and completely new phase to you in your life.
Yeah, I mean, but like, what if it doesn't go away, you know? Like, what if it doesn't shift?
I don't think you can move on with that mindset.
Like, what do you mean? Like, I have to take the mindset to, like, just allow what's going to happen to happen?
Those what ifs need to just fall back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I play the what if game a lot.
Yeah.
Like, what if in the past, what if in the future?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a very fun game.
Not fun.
Yeah.
You end up beating yourself up much more than need be.
I know. It never, like, it's like reality, like, never quite matches, like, how I think it's going to be. Like, whatever I fantasize and project in the future is never how it is. You know, it's always different.
It'll never live up to the moment that you created in your head.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, it's like I don't. Yeah. It's like,
even if it's a positive outcome.
You know, sometimes, tell me what you think of this. Like, sometimes I think it's because, like, I've watched too many movies. It's almost like I have too many. See, fucking there she is. Like, or one of them, you know, like, but it's just like, I basically have all these different movie scripts, and it's like, fuck, people are so smooth in the movies, and that's just not fucking how it is in real life. Yeah, it is just not, you know, it's just like, man, I mean, I just cannot, I mean, I cannot be that guy in the movies. Like, it's almost like I have to, like, be like, dude, I'm not the dude from the movie. Like, I mean, whatever this is, it's not a fucking movie. It's going to get ugly.
And I think that's something that everyone needs to know.
Yeah.
So that's not a personal thing. I think everyone has an issue with that, and everyone needs to realize that life is not like the movies.
Really? Do you think? Yeah. You see that too happening with people? Yeah. It is, and I grew up on the TV, so yeah, it can be rough like that. But I mean, I am glad. I will say I'm glad that, like, psychology's gotten more mainstream. Like, it's not quite as stigmatizing to, like, talk about these things as it used to be. That's good. But I mean, do you think, like, I mean, I know, like, you're not an MD, but, like, do you think what's your take on, like, sleeping? Like, do you think, like, prescriptions are good or bad? Do you think, like, natural supplements are good or bad? I mean, are you pro-cannabis as far as it helping you sleep?
I think different things help different people. Everybody's body's going to react differently to supplements or medicine. So I don't think there is an equation for the perfect sleep.
Right, like maybe trial and error a little bit. Yeah. Because I will say that really wears on me, like, if I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Your body needs that time to sleep and recover.
Totally. And it's not like usually, like, I can fall asleep okay, but, like, it's like the difference between waking up after 5 hours versus waking up after 8. I mean, that's a huge difference in my entire day if I get those extra 3 hours.
Well, Joel, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was good to meet you too. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I look forward to coming here.
Yeah, we'll be around. We'll be seeing each other.
Okay.
Talk more things out.
Okay, great. Okay.
This.